Good day, guys. Good morning. Okay, it's the afternoon, but I'm here to give you guys a short explanation of what is going on with Chelsea. And this information I'm about to give you is all courtesy of research done by yours truly, me. So, I've got a couple of things jotted down as to what could be the reason for Chelsea's downfall. So there's quite a few reasons, but let's start off with maybe some, some academic issues that are wrong with Chelsea. So Chelsea got bought by a consortium, which is Clear Lake Capital is the, I'd say, front runners because they have acquired just over 60% of Chelsea. So the head honcho for Clear Lake Capital is Benadik Bali, the guy that's always with Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley, who is supposedly the face of the consortiums, all of them put together. Okay, there's one consortium, but the face I think, is Todd Bowley, because he's the one that's always doing interviews and always on camera, shaking hands with all the big boys. It's always him. So they bought Chelsea, and what they did next, we all did not expect. I don't know, it was a major shakedown and a major rebuild, both on the field and off the field. They decided to let go of all of the furniture, which, when I say furniture, I'm referring to the people that have been running Chelsea for quite some time. Like, they let go of Marina, they let go of Peter, they let go of Bruce Buck, that is. They let go a lot of people behind the scenes. And what they actually did was, none of us, me for one, I did not expect what they did in just making drastic changes in the club. I did not expect it. And I mean, we are where we're at now. And to be honest, I'm a huge Chelsea fan and I believe Chelsea. At the moment, I look at my team as a mid-table club, and they are playing like a mid-table club, and their form is really bad. Their form is worse than a mid-table club. Chelsea's lost, I'd say, 33 games or 35 games. I heard this from TalkSport, Jason Kandi. I think Chelsea are on average, out of those 33 or 35 games, on average, Chelsea have an average point accumulation of 0.8 something. And that means Chelsea, after 35 games, should have less than 35 points because they don't manage a point every game. And that is bad for a club like Chelsea. That is really bad. It's something we cannot continue with. We need to change. So, let me just get into what I feel is the issues on the field. So we've got a coach, Mauricio Pochettino. Poch is a coach that's known for being able to motivate young players, being able to get the best out of them. Look, we just need to have a look at what he did with Tottenham. His Tottenham side was fairly young, and he managed to galvanize them and get rid of all the dead wood at Tottenham, and he changed them, made them into a wonderful team. So Poch is a coach that likes to play, I'd say, two formations. The first formation is a 4-2-3-1 formation, where he also used that at Tottenham and PSG. And like before that, Southampton and Espanyol, where he comes from. The other formation is a 4-3-3, a flat 4-3-3. So this formation for me, a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, which is what Chelsea wanted and what we needed. I feel as if Chelsea needed to go back to a solid back four that consists of, my choice would be goalkeeper. We've got one choice at the moment, and it's Robert Sanchez. And left back, centre back, right back. I would go left back. Okay, let me start with right back. Right back, Reece James when he's fit. Malo Gusto if he's not fit. Centre back, I personally would go Disasi because we don't have anyone. I'll go Disasi and Cole, and I'll drop Thiago Silva gradually. Or I would, like you see, I'm even not sure, but between Disasi and Thiago Silva, one of them needs to go on the side, and then I'd go for Cole, the other centre back, and then I'd play Chile as a traditional left back. And the nice thing about Mauricio's teams is that the onus is on the fullbacks to overlap. So the right back and the left back are supposed to overlap the wingers, which is normally Mudryk and Sterling. So Chilwell should be able to overlap Sterling in certain runs, and then Reece James or Gusto should be able to overlap Mudryk in certain plays of the game. But at the moment, Chelsea's not doing that because Mauricio is playing people out of position. He's playing Levi Cole as a left back, which he is not, and he's playing Thiago Silva, Disasi at centre back, and he's playing Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto's got a red card. We don't know who's going to play at right back during the week when we play against. We're playing against Brighton in the Carabao Cup, so I'm not sure who's going to play right back in that game. But yeah, Pochettino should go back to the traditional ways of playing, like play people in the positions. Levi Cole is not a what? He's not left back. He's never been a left back. Play him at centre back next to Disasi or Silva. Make a decision. Drop one of them and play Cole with one of them. It is easy. Easy. And then you move from there to the 3 or 2 midfielders that are going to play in midfield. For me, if it was a 3-man midfield, I would go for Enzo Fernandez and who? Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, both of them. But Caicedo is the one that stays and cleans up after Enzo Fernandez, but Enzo Fernandez does not have the onus to create, or there's not so much pressure for him to just be the number 10. He can be an 8 next to a number 6, and we can have maybe a Cole Palmer as a number 10. Just for argument's sake, we put Cole Palmer as number 10, Enzo Fernandez number 8, and then the 6 is Caicedo. Caicedo sticks to the midfield. Enzo goes up next to Palmer, but just behind him. But then the onus of the attacking or making chances or creating chances is not just on Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer can help him out. So that is the 3 for me in the midfield. And then we go to the 3 attacking players. For me, the only players that we have left is Mudryk, Nicholas Jackson, and who? And Raheem Sterling. Let me give my 2 cents about the front 3. Mudryk. Mudryk is fairly raw. He is not fairly raw. He is really, really, really raw. When I watch Mudryk, I just feel as if he needs to calm down. I just feel as if he needs to take his first touch, relax, look up, do what he wants to do. I feel like whenever he gets the ball, he's too rapid for his own pace. He gets the ball, he wants to run. Get the ball, he wants to run. Sometimes there's nowhere to run to, and he just has to turn around, play the ball at the back, or play the ball to the side, because we play against the low block, so there's no space for him to run into after, because teams are literally playing a low block against Chelsea. And now, the teams know that Chelsea are struggling and finding combinations on the field. Chelsea don't have chemistry. They don't have rhythm with each other because of the drastic transformation that is going on the field. These players do not have relationships. They haven't formed relationships because this team is fairly new. This team is fairly young. So, Chelsea is a behemoth. It is a huge thing. And we've got players that are just coming up. The average age in Chelsea squad is, I've never seen a younger team than this for me. I've been a Chelsea fan for all of my life. I have never seen a younger team than this. And it's difficult because I have to get used to it, and I don't like what I'm seeing on the field. I've never seen a Chelsea team void of confidence to this point. I've never seen a Chelsea team void of leaders. I've never seen a Chelsea team void of men. I've never seen a Chelsea team that just doesn't show any spirit. I'm not trying to take anything away from the players, but they just need to show fight. They need to show spirit. As fans, we watch the games every week. We just want them to fight. We just want them to go in for the tackle, shout at whoever's not running. There needs to be. These guys just need to get the cojones, man. You just need to be strong, fight, and make sure you want to win the ball. Show them that you want to win the ball. I mean, you guys are playing for Chelsea. You guys are playing for Chelsea Football Club. This is a big club. We are London. Goodness. But there's a couple of things. So I won't say there's a problem with pressing, because Pochettino's teams are known for their pressing. Pochettino's teams love to press up high so that they can win the ball in the final third of the other team, so that we can make those transitions closer to their goal. So we press high, win the ball high, quickly make 1-2-3 or 1-2 passes, create a chance and shoot, score. But I know it's not that easy, because Chelsea has a problem in scoring. We haven't scored goals. We've got a problem. We don't have a recognized goal scorer in our team. Nicholas Jackson, he's not a recognized goal scorer. We bought him off he was on fire for the end of season in Spain, La Liga. I think he scored 9 goals in his last 11 games for Villarreal last season. So we bought him off of that form he was on. So Nicholas Jackson is fairly young also. Nicholas Jackson is not a world-class goal scorer. Nicholas Jackson has got 1 goal in 6 games, and Nicholas Jackson has got 5 yellow cards in 6 games, and he's serving a 1-game ban for getting his 5th yellow card against Aston Villa this past weekend, where we lost at home 1-0, where they missed a couple of chances. I remember Sterling missed a chance, Jackson missed a chance, and Enzo Fernandez missed a chance. We should be capitalizing on those moments. We should be getting a goal, at least 1 or 2 goals. And we're conceding goals. That's the thing. We can't score, we can't keep them out. That goal, that Aston Villa goal from Ollie Watkins through the legs of Robert Sanchez, I mean, he could have done better. Sanchez could have done better there. But Chelsea has a problem in scoring goals, and Chelsea has a problem in creating good chances. Chelsea I think they are in the bottom half of converting their big chances created, and I think they are in the top 3 or 4 in the most big chances created. So make that what you will. But those readings for me are just bad. They are really bad. So I really have trust in Maurizio to make or to create a proper striker in Nicholas Jackson. I'm going to give Nicholas Jackson some time. I'm not going to be hard on him, but we do judge strikers on goal scoring, and he hasn't scored enough goals for us to give him the benefit of the doubt as to he's a good striker, because he just simply has not been scoring the goals that we need him to. But yeah, we move on from Nicholas Jackson, because he's not the only problem. So Chelsea also does have a problem in fitness issues with our players. At the moment, there's a long list of players. Okay, you know what? Let me just read. I have them written down. I'm going to quickly read the list of injured players at Chelsea. Wesley Fofana, injured, knee injury. Christopher Nkunku, injured, knee injury. Romeo Lavia, injured. He's got an ankle injury. Another injury is Trevor Chalobah, thigh injury. Reece James, thigh injury. Chukwemeka, knee injury. Noni Madueke, he's being assessed, but I don't think he was part of the team on the weekend. Betts, the guy with the vibes, Bettinelli, our second choice. I think he's still our third because we did bring in that guy from America. So he's our third choice goalkeeper, knee injury. Vadiashil, also being assessed with thigh injury. And then we've got Gusto's got a red card. So we don't, as I said earlier on in this video, we don't have a recognized right back for the game against Brighton in the Carabao Cup. And frankly, I am a bit scared. And it's not a nice thing for me to say as a Chelsea fan because Brighton aren't traditionally a big team, but they are good. They are good. They're way better than Chelsea at this moment. They are. I just have to be frank and true to where we are at this point. Brighton are a better team than us, and I am a bit scared. But I mean, this is Chelsea. We will and we can beat Brighton to knock them out of the cup, and that is what we'll try to do. In the Premier League, we've got 2 games after that, which is we've got a game against Fulham and Burnley. So judging from what's going on in the Chelsea atmosphere at the moment, I feel there is a bit of frustration creeping in from the fans, and we could see that Maurizio, he also understands that it's a long-term project, and I feel like we shouldn't hide behind the fact that we all know it's a long-term project, and we should try and put a little bit of pressure on the guys, because I feel like we are blindly going into a crisis if we aren't in one already. But I think it's going to be a crisis if we do not win either of the games or just one of the games between Brighton, Fulham and Burnley. On paper, we should be able to beat these teams, but as we all know, games aren't played on paper, they're played on the field. So if Chelsea don't get a point in the next 2 Premier League games, which is against Fulham and Burnley, and if they get knocked out of the cup on Wednesday against Brighton, then I feel as if we have to cry. I feel like that's a cause for concern and for panic and for us to call on some change. We need change. As Chelsea fans, we are not used to what's going on, but we are true to being fans. We know that the team is trying. We know that everyone wants to pull in the same direction. The investment in the club, we've spent over £1 billion on, not net, but we've spent a lot of money on transfers, and I really feel our transfer policy is one that we are trying to maximize, or to make sure if we spend money, we will get money back. I think I heard it was Rory Jennings speaking on the football on TalkSport. He was talking with Adi. I think it's Adi, the Liverpool fan on TalkSport. So Rory said something there that I wasn't aware of, but then once he said it, I was like, wow, that's really true. Chelsea buy players that have an upside. Chelsea don't buy players that don't have an upside. We're going to make a quick example of Cole Palmer and James Maddison. Chelsea were not offered the chance, but Chelsea had the chance to sign James Maddison, but Chelsea deemed James Maddison was old, in the sense that he was 25 or 26, which means that they don't have an upside on selling him. If we buy him for £14 million, we'd sell him for maybe less. But in the sense of Cole Palmer for £40 million, for sure, if Cole Palmer turns out to be a star, Chelsea are going to be able to sell him for twice as much, maybe 80 or 100. My point is, he's young, and there's an upside to selling him. And Chelsea's transfer business has been like that. I feel as if the players that we've bought in are young players. Majority of those players have got an upside. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 players don't have an upside, which is Raheem Sterling and who? You see, I'm trying to find an experienced player in our team, and it's Raheem Sterling. Never mind Thiago Silva, because I mean he's 39, turned 39 this past week. Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think of experienced players in the Chelsea team. Who else besides Raheem Sterling has got experience? Sure. This is bad. This is bad, but we never cry, but we do tell the reasons as to why our team is where it is, and we will die on the hill that Chelsea is a big team and Chelsea will get back to where it belongs, be it next season, be it the season after that. But I mean, we all Chelsea and we want Chelsea to win. So yeah, from Stamford, the Lion. I've seen a lot of memes about Chelsea, but we don't care. So come on, you Blues, up the Chelsea. Let's get it.